Good morning, DFSArmy. It is Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, here with another Prize Picks video. I'm going to knock out 5 of my favorite Prize Picks, kind of talk a little bit about the situation. I did an earlier first look video that I broke down the first 5 games to kind of talk about the scenarios that are in place today. The games lock at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you're going to want to get over there and get your picks in early. I'm just doing fantasy score today, but they also have single stat DFS picks that will be up later today, I'm sure. But I'll give you my 5 favorite and kind of talk through a few other picks that I like as well on teams that I don't think the lines have adjusted for. So if you don't have an account, head on over and use promo code DFSArmy, get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And it's a very easy way. If you got a busy Saturday, head on over there, play these picks, and I'm give you win some money. And let's just jump right over and talk about them. Before I jump into this, I got the 5 picks loaded up already. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Lets me know that you want me to keep knocking out some of these videos. But again, we'll talk about a little bit of scenarios as I go through some of these picks and give you some more options as well. So this first game, we got Chicago at Brooklyn. Chicago's eliminated. They have nothing to play for here. Brooklyn, again, James Harden's going to be on a minutes limit. So that number, it could go either way. I'm not going to lean the under here because he can score a bunch in a hurry, but that's why it is so low, is because he's only going to be playing 28, 30 minutes. Chicago, it's hard to say if they're going to play their starters, what they're going to do. They have nothing to play for. They're eliminated, so I don't really want to touch them. I'm going to lead Kevin Durant here. I think he's going to get going. Him or Irving are the guys I would lean on the over here. Again, they should smash the Bulls. It opened up at like -9. I think it's up to -11 now. So he would be the one guy I would look, but he would be number 5 pick out of my top 5 here for Durant on the over. Again, not touching Blake Griffin. I don't want to touch the Bulls here. Coming down to Charlotte and New York. Both these teams, Charlotte has something to play for. The Knicks really don't, but I think, we can look at some lines that are kind of low. Again, number 4 pick for me would be the over on Devontae Graham. 26 fantasy points. I think he can crush this here. Again, he's coming off the bench, which I like a lot better than going up against the starters for LaMelo and Terry Rozier. So 26 just feels a little low here. I would lean the over on that. I still think that the Knicks are going to play. So if you want to look at maybe a Julius Randle and go over the over, I kind of want to see some of the single stats more on the Knicks than I do fantasy points, because these lines all look a little about right. Derrick Rose, maybe I lean the over if he does play, but he's questionable. I don't know if Tibbs is gonna push him that much, so not something that I really want to look at. Nerlens Noel at 23. I guess I'd lean the over, but he hasn't been really crushing lately, so not something that I'm super excited about playing. So kind of lean off that. I think there's some other games that you can kind of mix and match that are a little bit better. Come down here, and we'll talk one here is a Phoenix and the Spurs. The Spurs are locked into the 10 seed. They have nothing to play for, so don't look at playing like a Patty Mills. I ain't going to play him. Gorgie Jang here. He's my number 1 pick at over 25 fantasy points. Devin Vessel's another guy I would play over 20 fantasy points. I think he's going to get a lot of run. Now, Keldon Johnson and Lonnie Walker, I'm a little on the fence with, because those guys are a little bit more, rotational players for the Spurs, so I don't know how much run they're going to get. But Gorgie Jang, and Vessel, they're guys that are going to get a ton of run. They're probably my 2 favorite picks on the board. Can't play them together. Pick one of them. I lean Gorgie Jang. I think it's going to be him and Eubanks are going to, man the post. And Gorgie Jang can put up a ton of points in a hurry, so I like him. Again, Vessel, 20 points. I love the over on that one as well. Those 2 I love. I'm not going to touch anything on the Phoenix side. I don't know what they're going to do until we get a starting lineup up. I would focus more on these 2 guys on the Spurs. And again, Patty Mills, another rotation guy. I don't think Pop's going to run him out there a ton, so no, not somebody that I'm looking at. Coming down here to the Boston and Minnesota situation, same kind of thing here. Boston is locked into the 7th seed in the East. There's no reason to play these guys. I don't think Tatum and Fournier are going to play at all. So I'm going to look at guys like Pritchard, Naismith, Waters. All 3 of these guys I love. I have no problem playing the over on all of them. I think they're going to get a ton of run against Minnesota, which doesn't play defense. I think Minnesota's going to run their starters out. They have been, and they've been playing really well. But Boston, all 3 of these guys, Naismith, Pritchard, Waters, all way too cheap. All I want to go extremely heavy on. I would rotate those guys through. I picked Pritchard here. I think he has the highest upside, but Naismith and Waters, again, are way too low. I think Tatum and Fournier are going to sit here. Again, locked in the 7th seed, no one to play. There's no reason to play these guys. Let them get their rest. Then on the Minnesota side, I do think you can run, Russell, Edwards, maybe Cat. Those numbers are kind of high, but they should be able to do whatever they want against this Boston, B team. Even the Boston starters suck at defense, but their scrubs are even worse. So I think I would lean Edwards, maybe Towns, and then D-Russ. But those are guys I look at. Rubio, I have a hard time playing him with these other guys playing. So I look at those guys if you want to mix those guys in that. And then coming down to Milwaukee and Miami. Milwaukee, I feel like Milwaukee is going to rest a lot of their starters here. Just looking at the line this morning, that line opened up at -5.5 for the Bucks. It is down to -1. So one of these guys is going to sit, I would say, more towards Giannis. So if we had just one guy sit, and maybe it's Giannis, maybe we could look at the over on Drew Holiday or Middleton. Or if they sit all three, then maybe DiVincenzo is the over that we look here, because sometimes he plays when they sit these big studs. So he would be the guy if you want to take a gamble early before the lines move. I think I would look at maybe a Drew Holiday or a DiVincenzo. But definitely one of these guys is going to sit looking at that line. Now it's a Miami Heat are favored by 3. I just look at the line. Yeah, Heat's favored by 3. They're definitely going to sit somebody here. So yeah, I would look at DiVincenzo. And then on the Miami side, I got Dragic at 23. They want to win this game. I don't mind Bam as well. Those are the guys that I would focus on. But again, we got 2 days of NBA left. If you don't have an account, it's very easy. Jump on these lines early before they move when guys get ruled out. I did this video a little early. It's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. These games lock at 1 p.m. For the most part, besides the Milwaukee and Miami game. So head on out there, sign up, use promo code DFSArmy, get yourself a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Throw these picks in, win some money, go do some barbecue. It's a nice Saturday, and I will see you on the flip side. Before that, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hope you win some money today. Have a fantastic Saturday. Deuces.